Cyber attacks are no longer rare headlines. They shape our world, our security, and even our daily lives. From massive corporate breaches to global ransomware, each incident tells a story of how vulnerable our digital systems are. Today, let us uncover the real-life hacking incidents that shock the world and learn what they mean for our future. Stay till the end, because if you're thinking of a career in cybersecurity, I'll show you the path. WannaCry ransomware, 2017. In May 2017, the world woke up to a cyber nightmare. A ransomware called WannaCry spread across more than 150 countries, infecting over 300,000 computers within days. Hospitals under the UK's NHS were forced to cancel appointments, businesses froze, and files everywhere were locked with ransom notes demanding Bitcoin. The attack exploited a Windows vulnerability leaked from NSA cyber tools, proving how dangerous unpatched systems could be. For the first time, ordinary people saw how quickly malware could bring entire industries to their knees. WannaCry became a turning point, reminding everyone that cybersecurity isn't optional, it's survival. Don't forget to subscribe to MasaudSec for more real-world cybersecurity breakdowns. Equifax data breach, 2017. In the same year, credit giant Equifax revealed one of the most damaging breaches in history. Hackers stole personal data of 143 million Americans, including social security numbers, birth dates, and addresses. This wasn't just numbers, it was identity theft at a national scale. The attackers exploited an unpatched Apache Struts vulnerability on Equifax's web systems. What made it worse was the delay in disclosure and weak internal security practices, which turned the breach into a global scandal. The Equifax hack showed how carelessness in patching a single system can impact millions. Subscribe to MasaudSec if you want to keep learning how such attacks happen and how to prevent them. SolarWinds, supply chain attack, 2020. In 2020, the world witnessed a cyber attack unlike any other. Hackers trojanized updates of SolarWinds Orion, a software used by thousands of companies and even governments. By doing so, they silently infiltrated networks of US agencies, Fortune 500 companies, and global enterprises. This wasn't just a hack, it was a nation-state operation believed to be backed by Russian intelligence. Attackers gained stealthy access to sensitive data for months before detection. It was proof that the supply chain, the software we trust, could itself become the weapon. The SolarWinds incident was a wake-up call. Even trusted updates can't always be trusted. Subscribe to MasaudSec for more deep dives into world-changing cyber events. Colonial Pipeline ransomware, 2021. In May 2021, Americans saw gas stations run dry because of one cyber attack. Hackers from the DarkSide ransomware gang hit Colonial Pipeline, forcing the company to halt operations of a system that delivers 45% of the East Coast's fuel. Panic buying followed, fuel shortages spread, and the US government declared an emergency. Colonial ended up paying nearly $4.4 million in ransom to restore services. It showed how cyber attacks can directly disrupt daily life, from gas pumps to grocery stores. This was no longer just a tech problem, but a national security issue. Subscribe to MasaudSec to keep up with how hackers target critical infrastructure. NotPetya, 2017. Also in 2017, another malware outbreak shocked the world. Known as NotPetya, it looked like ransomware but was actually designed for destruction. It spread through a Ukrainian accounting software update and quickly hit companies worldwide. Global giants like Maersk, FedEx, and Merck faced billions in damages as computers were wiped and operations stopped. Unlike WannaCry, there was no real way to recover. It was pure sabotage, widely attributed to Russian state actors. NotPetya proved cyber attacks can be weapons of war, not just financial crimes. Subscribe to MasaudSec if you want to understand how cyber warfare reshapes the modern world. Target breach, 2013. During the 2013 holiday season, retail giant Target fell victim to a major breach. Hackers entered through a third-party HVAC vendor and installed malware on payment systems. The result? 40 million credit card numbers and data of 70 million customers were stolen. For weeks, shoppers unknowingly handed their financial data to cybercriminals. The Target breach showed how even small vendors could bring down a giant corporation. Subscribe to MasaudSec for more lessons from real-world breaches. Yahoo breaches, 2013-2014. Yahoo faced the largest data breach in history, where hackers compromised 3 billion accounts. Names, phone numbers, emails, and passwords were stolen over multiple years. At first, Yahoo downplayed the attack, only later admitting the massive scale. The fallout cost Yahoo hundreds of millions in acquisition value when Verizon bought it. This breach is a reminder that hiding the truth always makes it worse. Subscribe to MasaudSec for more eye-opening cybersecurity breakdowns. Marriott Starwood breach, 2018. In 2018, Marriott revealed attackers had been in their Starwood reservation systems since 2014. Personal data of up to 500 million guests was exposed, including passport numbers and travel histories. Investigations pointed to Chinese state-sponsored hackers, likely collecting intelligence over years. This wasn't just about corporate data, it was espionage at scale. Marriott's breach proved travel data is a goldmine for spies. Subscribe to MasaudSec for more real cases where hacking meets global politics. JBS ransomware attack, 2021. When meat suddenly became scarce in 2021, the cause wasn't farms or supply trucks, it was hackers. JBS, the world's largest meat processor, was hit by the Enroll ransomware gang. The attack shut down plants in the US, Australia, and Canada. To restore operations, JBS paid $11 million in Bitcoin. This showed how ransomware can impact food supply chains globally. JBS was proof that no industry is safe. Subscribe to MasaudSec for more shocking cyber attack stories. Stuxnet, 2010 discovery. Stuxnet was no ordinary virus. Discovered in 2010, it secretly sabotaged Iran's nuclear centrifuges by making them spin out of control while showing false readings. It spread via USB drives and multiple Windows 0 days until it found its way into Iran's Natanz facility. Believed to be a US-Israeli operation, it was the first cyber weapon to cause physical destruction. Stuxnet changed cyber warfare forever. Subscribe to MasaudSec to keep learning how code can become a weapon. OPM breach, 2015. The U.S. Office of Personnel Management breach in 2015 exposed records of 22 million federal employees and contractors, including security clearance data and even fingerprints. This wasn't about money, it was about intelligence. Hackers, widely believed to be from China, could use this data for espionage and blackmail. The OPM hack proved that personal data is a matter of national security. Subscribe to MasaudSec to learn more about why protecting data matters. Cambridge Analytica scandal, 2018. In 2018, the world discovered that Cambridge Analytica had harvested Facebook data from millions without consent. This data was weaponized for political ads, influencing elections. Though not a hack in the technical sense, it showed how misuse of data can manipulate entire populations. Privacy suddenly became a global concern. This scandal proved cybersecurity is also about protecting freedom. Subscribe to MasaudSec for more breakdowns on digital privacy. Ashley Madison breach, 2015. The adultery dating site Ashley Madison was hacked by a group calling itself the Impact Team. They leaked data of 30 million users, exposing names, emails, and payment details. Lives were ruined. Many victims faced blackmail, identity exposure, and public humiliation. It was a dark reminder of how breaches can have devastating personal consequences. Ashley Madison's breach showed why privacy is priceless. Subscribe to MasaudSec for more real cases like this. Adobe and LinkedIn breaches, 2012-2013. In 2012, LinkedIn lost 117 million account credentials, and a year later, Adobe saw 38 million accounts exposed, along with its source code. The weak password protections made these breaches especially damaging, fueling credential stuffing attacks for years. It taught the industry painful lessons about password security. Today's MFA push owes much to those early breaches. Subscribe to MasaudSec to keep up with the evolution of cyber defense. Microsoft Exchange hacks, 2021. In 2021, zero-day flaws in Microsoft Exchange server were exploited by hackers. Tens of thousands of organizations worldwide saw their emails stolen and backdoors implanted. Initially tied to Chinese state hackers, the vulnerabilities quickly spread to cybercriminals once public. A frantic global patch race followed. This attack showed how fragile global email systems are. Subscribe to MasaudSec for more insights into such critical hacks. These incidents aren't just history, they're warnings. Hackers are getting smarter and the damage is getting bigger. If you want to build your career in cybersecurity, reach out to us at MasaudSec. The link to our website is in the bio. Don't just be a victim of the digital age, become its protector.